Welcome to Treasure Hunting in Abydos. I'm Kent Bull, and let's get right in. So, where are we going? Where we're going is we're building a trust network for the organization called Athena, as you'll see in the blog post. What does this mean? We've got a number of different components from the KERI ecosystem that you will be learning about. You're going to learn how to set up controllers, agents, witnesses. You're going to learn how to write credential schemas. You're going to learn how to issue credentials. Many of these things. Why? Well, authentic data matters. We are on the cusp of a multi-billion-dollar market. As the world realizes the threshold, the cost, we're hitting the killer app. We're hitting the cost of close to zero with authentic data, and KERI makes that obvious and clear. And the point is to get you up and running as a developer, architect, or other engineer so that you can get in the ring. We want you in there ASAP so you have a meaningful, positive experience with getting your hands dirty, where you feel like you are competent in at least setting up and running a basic KERI node network, making your own trust basis, making your own set of nodes. We want to get you in the ring, and really adoption depends on learnability. So this tutorial is all about making KERI learnable. And with that, if you haven't heard about KERI before, welcome. It's called Key Event Receipt Infrastructure. It's one of the premier, and I would say the best in the world, best in class, decentralized identity protocols and platforms. And it's used for authentic chain data containers, inside of which are embedded Ricardian contracts, code as law, and lots of other cool things. If you haven't heard of authentic chain data containers before, imagine a secure graph for all of your data that you can choose the permissions to. You can say what gets to be shared with whom and when. It's a verifiable credentials format, or at least that point is being debated, but you can consider essentially equivalent to a verifiable credentials format. We start by showing you how to write your own credential schemas or ACDC schemas. You have to be able to write a schema in order to be able to write a credential. And with that, then we move on to issuing credentials. Of course, after we've set up all the nodes and the witnesses and the network and all the configuration, we get right into issuing credentials for each step in the path on our way to Abydos, setting up this trust network for Athena. Now, we issue 4 layers of credentials, and at the very end, we present a 5th credential to the gatekeeper. The gatekeeper decides whether or not we get to get into Abydos. Now, who's this gatekeeper? We'll get to him in a moment, but first, the upper left, we've got Richard the Explorer, our first character in this cast that's going to take us through this journey. Richard the Explorer, Elaine the Librarian, and they're a pair. They're going to go on this journey together. In order to go on this journey, they need to talk to the wise man, this third character here, and get his approval. This wise man is over all of Athena, and the wise man has declared that Zachiel, the gatekeeper, is the one who will make the final decision on site. So Richard and Elaine have to take their authorized credentials to the gatekeeper and make a decision so he can make a good decision on whether or not they get to go into Abydos. And why do they want to go to the Abydos? To Abydos because of the Osirion. The Osirion being unearthed, they recently found it's filled with treasure. Richard and Elaine got wind of this, and they wanted to go on this journey. They realized they had to go through Athena because Athena has exclusive treasure hunting rights on the Osirion. So there we go. This is what it looks like. And now, in case you fall off the rails as you're reading the blog post, remember, in the GitHub repository, there's this WORKFLOW.SH script that walks you through every single step. Now, make sure you like and subscribe and turn your notifications on for this playlist and this channel, because we will be rewriting the WORKFLOW.SH script from scratch so that you can learn from nothing what it means to use all the KERI components that are used in this workflow script and in this tutorial. Keep that in mind, and just remember, if you get stuck, refer to the script. So with that, thanks for joining me, and this story is to be continued. See you in the next video.